Okay, hold up. Let's see if my stream works. Is it working? I don't think it's working. It should be. It's showing it on here. Y'all. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it is working. Boom, okay. There we go. Okay, we got it. Alright, we got it. Gonna load game. Boopity boop. And he didn't call me useless. Hi! She sighs, tucking on a thin. Hello. She's tucking on a thin braid. Hang. You ever just a bit? Imagine. That's crazy. Do we relate? Tugging on a thin braid hanging by her shoulder out of habit. Well, we were a little cuckoo around here. Try not to let it get to you. Like I said, it's nothing personal. Besides, I can teach you a thing or two, like how to tell them both to take a hike in a more colorful language, of course. Damn, she gonna teach us curse words. She legit gonna teach us curse words. Okay. Do. Bro, some of my things are glitching. Oh, showering comebacks? Okay, that makes sense. Um, she laughs at my lips curve at the sound. There's something calmer about her, something that puts me at ease, and it's a relief to know that this ship is not entirely filled with douchebags. What do you mean not entirely filled? Um, you had, I think, two other people that were also not douchebags. So yeah, it's not filled with douchebags. There was two people. One I think you're still hesitant about, but like still. I can't help but wonder exactly at the nature of her relationship with the captain. They seem pretty close after all. The last thing I want is to pry, so perhaps an indirect approach would be best. Or maybe I shouldn't ask her at all. Why would she discuss her personal life to a stranger? I can hear the links in the brain of yours struggling from here. I'm reading some of them. If you want to ask me something, go ahead. I won't bite. Unless you want me to. Hey, yo! Flirting already, bro. We just met. Also, you should. she adds the last part with a wink, catching me off guard with her boldness. Mm. Okay, wait, let me think. Let me think. She do be flirting. Okay, let me think. Let me think. I mean, if I ask her, then which call it? Then she's probably I'm probably invading her personal life. But if I don't ask her, then I won't know information, you know? You know? Um I'm gonna ask her. It's not a big deal, really. I was just wondering if, I mean, you and the captain look close. Are you two? Allowing my voice to draw out, it's almost funny to watch how her expression shifts from the careless confident into one of utter disbelief. Actually, that's kind of funny. She's like, oh. Wow, you want to know if we're a thing? With a laugh bordering hysterical, she runs a hand through her hair, drawing my attention to her face. I glance over the gear attached to the side of her head. It looks advanced, amazingly so, but what really catches my eye are the gills on the side of her neck, moving ever so slightly with each breath she takes. Hey, wait, wait, she's like me then. We're similar. Yes, we're similar. We're similar. A Kitiflin? The feeling of familiarity worms something in me. It's a relief to know that I'm not alone out here. Yeah! She's like me. We're definitely not a couple. Never. Ew, gross. She's like appalled. She's like, nah. What do you mean, couple? I just realized, Emerald, you're always the number one in my chat. She makes a gag. Oh my gosh. She's really that appalled. She makes a gagging sound before she turns back on me with a crooked grin, completely unfazed. I do be number one. He's more like a lame older brother. We've looked out for each other for as long as I can remember. That makes more sense, actually, and I feel a little foolish for having thought otherwise at all. Hang on, you asked me if I'm single before getting my name. Look, bro. And they say I'm the bold one. Look, bro, don't. Oh, look, she's smug. The grin on her face is so wide it makes her eyes almost as thin as her gills. I open my mouth to protest, only to realize there's no argument. I did ask her a relationship status before her name. This is awkward. I'm Eamon, and the only oh my gosh, the one who keeps this steel tub on course is yours truly. But please call me Aya. Eamon just sounds so cluttering, don't you think? She talks so fast there's barely enough time for me to process the information, but I find that I like it that way. You don't need a name to get my attention. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna ignore the little flirt things. The flirt things just don't exist. We're just gonna ignore the flirt things. So we're not gonna look at the flirt things, but we're gonna actually think about the actual responses. Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. You don't need a name to get my attention or try to speak. Now, let me think. What would I actually do if I'm thinking of me honestly? What would I honestly do? Um, the sorry, I didn't mean to be rude is what you call it? It sounds some similar to what I would do, but it's like I probably wouldn't actually do it right. Like I wouldn't actually apologize. I would just kind of be awkward and be kind of quiet. And then you don't need a name to get my attention. Now, I wouldn't have the confidence to say that. Honestly, I do not have the confidence to say that. And then tries to speak. I think that's what I was trying to talk about with the I didn't mean to be rude up there. Yeah, I would try to speak and fail. So words fail me as a flaming flush makes its way up my neck and in my face. I blink repeatedly, desperately trying to get at some control over my body back. In an attempt to stutter out an apology, I open my mouth, but no sound comes out besides a breath. Besides a breath, I didn't even realize I was holding. Okay. Don't look at me like that, bro. You don't need it to get my With an extremely smug grin, Aya takes a step forward and pushes my chin up with a finger, closing my gaping mouth. Now imagine that. I feel like I would feel more awkward with that. I wouldn't be flustered. I feel like I would be more awkward by that because it's like I'm trying to speak and then they go, no. I'd be like, what? Cat got your tongue. I would be trying to speak, and if she does that right on top of my mouth, I'd be like, "What? You want me to lick your finger? Like, what? Why are you doing that?" I would be more confused than flustered, if I'm being honest. Um, I would be more confused on her intentions on doing this. With an extremely smug oh yeah, don't don't let it hang open. You don't want the cat to get your tongue now, do you? Okay, you did catch that. Yes, lickies. No, no, we are not licking people's fingers here. This is not something we are doing today. My skin burns where it comes in contact with hers, and I can't explain the effect she has on me. There's just something about Aya, something I'm not likely to forget in a hurry. A small smile slides onto my lips and I shrug. Maybe I'm a cat person. I would not think of that clever of a comeback. I would just honestly, I would if she's like did the little cat got your tongue thing, my honest reaction would be like, what? I would just be more confused. You sure? Look, I'll lick your fingers, but not hers, okay? Aya crooks an eyebrow at me, her smile growing more and more mischievous by the second. We're just skimming over what I just said. Hashtag smooth. I bet you didn't know I'm a total wildcat at night. Okay, now you're flirting with me. Now you're actually flirting with me. I didn't think it was possible, but my face burns even hotter at that. I made it too easy, didn't I? Letting go of my chin with a slight squeeze of her finger, He lets out a hefty laugh. Okay, why are some of these flirt moves all reminding me of Asher? Why are some of these moves just constantly reminding me of Asher? To tease you? Yes. To make it boring? Hell no. With a groan, I run my hands over my face, trying to push away the flush by force. You're... I'm so going to do it again. A ragged breath tears from my lungs, and I'm torn between being desperate to experience this flirt fest again and actually looking forward to the next time. Maybe. Whoever knows. But it's like it's not just her. It's like other people. You're like stealing all of them. Thinking about that, however, brings back the memory of the captain and his ultimatum. The smile on my face fades as I remember, and I can't quite explain why. I hardly know these people, but somehow the thought of being alone in this state I am is somehow terrifying. What killed your mood? Did you remember something shitty about your past? I wish. Shaking my head, I raise my eyes to meet hers, taking in her subtle concern. No, I'm just not sure how much longer I'll be around. Why is that? You got someplace to go? Well, not particularly, but the captain said you're dropping me off in Trillium when we arrive. Aya's eyebrows almost disappear beneath her hair as she stares at me, a mixture of shock and anger clouding her features. What the? He said he's dropping you off in... oh my gosh. I can speak English. I promise, guys. Tenarium? Tenarium? Yeah, is it your next stop? It's your next stop, isn't it? It's my turn to look confused. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. I could have mistaken the name like that. I couldn't mistake a name like that. It is, but do you know anyone in Term? Got any place to go? Any plans? I keep shaking my head at her questions, one after the other. My past is still blurred. These people are the only ones I remember knowing, and somehow I think I've gotten a little attached. Cole's in trouble. Bro, he is in trouble. With an exasperated huff, Aya throws her hands in the air and starts pacing in front of me. Is he out of his freaking mind? No, he must have completely lost it now. Biting my lip, I hold her by the arm to stop her from burning a hole into the floor with the intensity of her pacing. It's okay. I can take care of myself. I'll just ask around, get a job or something to keep me going while I try to get my life in order. It's fine, really. The last thing I want is to cause trouble for one of the few people who have been so kind to me. They already saved my life. It's not right to ask for more from them. Aya stops pulling her bottom lip between her teeth before she turns to me. It's not fine. A job in Tlerm, fending for yourself in that place when you don't even know your last name. Shaking her head, she puts a hand on my shoulder, looking me dead in the eyes, and I start to understand a little of how she manages to keep a pair like Damon and Caldron in check. Look, don't worry about that. I'm not going to let that dumbass leave you stranded in The hissing sound of the pressure door opening next to us interrupts Aya. Boo! Didn't I tell you to get some rest? Damn, why is she mad? Look, I was just getting a tour from a dude, man. I didn't mean to, okay? Why do I feel extra bad that she's mad at me? Not the fact that the other girl was mad or the other dude was mad. But once she got mad at me, I was like, I'm sorry. Startled by the stern voice, I turned to find an annoyed doctor, her hands on her hips and her foot tapping expectantly. What's all this about anyway? Sorry, we were talking and then I found out some dumbass is thinking of doing something even dumber. Raya's mommy. No, not Raya's mommy. Guys, be so for real. I lost my cool, Raya. Raya's expression melts once she noticed my confusion. Her eyes settle on Anya with an almost maternal fondness. Then you go and deal with it. Aya, but please don't drag Boo along with you. He needs to rest now. A sheepish smile. Oh my gosh. English words. A sheepish smile on her face. Aya squeezed my shoulders once more before walking to the door. Aye, on it. And then she adds quite enough for only me. Oh my gosh. And then she adds quite enough for only me to hear. You'd better do what the doc says. You don't want to see her when she's mad. Look, I got a glimpse and I was shivering. Her footsteps fade as she skips down the hall, and Rhinus offers me an apologetic smile. Don't worry about her. I'm not even sure what she's talking about. True, I think she was upset about me being in Drarium, but I can't really tell why. I don't think any of us do most of the time. But enough chit-chat. You need to rest. Come on. Her smile is so soft, but the firmness of her voice makes it clear that I don't have a choice in the matter. So answering with a smile of my own, I follow her from the bridge. I heard someone honk and I got distracted. Did the honk pick up on the thing? I don't know. Look. My body is still sore enough to be a bother. My legs have grown stiff from transpiring around the ship. The past few hours I didn't notice it so much as I was talking with everyone, but resting doesn't sound half bad. After an hour of lying in bed, tossing and turning, I finally admit that I'm not going to be able to get any sleep and settle instead for pacing the small room. My mind, she's not going to be happy about that. What do you mean, no honk bonk? Okay. My mind is stuck in an endless loop, sprinting 8,000 miles an hour, and the harder I try to think about my past, the harder my head pounds against my skull. Nothing feels right. I'd hate to think what Rhinus would do if she saw me burning myself out like this, but I can't help it. Especially now that I need to come up with a plan for when we get to Terrarium. I don't remember much of the Junker planet like everything else, but I know it's not a good place to be alone. Gambling deans, arena bars, strip clubs. What exactly am I supposed to do in a place like that? It was easy to joke about starting a new life earlier, but now it sounds a lot more daunting. No, she would. Heaving a sigh, I eventually give up pacing and drop down on the bed, crossing my arms behind my head and staring up at the metallic ceiling, counting the bolts and rivals above me. My head shoots up at the sound of a knock at the door, and I push myself off the bed and walk over to open it. I get to choose? I get to choose who it is? Okay, let me try to remember all the cast members. Okay. So, we know Rye is... We know... Okay, so this is the captain. That is the captain. Okay. Damien is the little angry dude. Damien is the little angry dude that we are all Damienist and we all hate him to the very core. Rye is the nurse. Aya is the pilot dude. Bash is the engine guy. He's the little engine dude. Yeah, Bash is the mechanic. June, who's June? June. Let me think. Who was June? He's the gunman? Did we see the gunman? Did we meet him? Did we meet the gunman? I'm racking my brain. I am racking my brain from the last time I played this. June. Who was June? Okay, he's the dude that at first I was accusing of kidnapping me. Okay, he's the dude that I thought was kidnapping me. Okay, the gun on his holster. Yeah, exactly. The one I was trying to figure out if he was the... Okay. Yeah, I got it. Look, like I said before, we go in the doctor route. I know. I would be resting. She giggles softly, and I find the sound surprisingly delightful. Yes, you should. I smile, gesturing for her to enter the room. I'm sorry, we couldn't find you a more comfortable quarters, but, well, this is about as comfortable as things get on the A6. I shake my head at the sentiment, giving her space to enter the room and letting the door slide shut behind her. She shuffles through the small space, her hands clasping a tray full of food and a bundle of clothes, which she sets on the empty desk. Right, is so sweet. Yeah, exactly. See, we choose right. She's so gentle, so beautiful, but there's also something else about her. Some hidden strength lingering under the surface of a luminescent skin. The room is just fine. I won't be needing it long anyways. Oh? The captain made it quite clear that I'll be dropped like cargo as soon as we reach terrarium. And what will you do then? Honestly, I have no idea. I let out a heavy sigh, sitting on the edge of the small bed. Her question catches me off guard, and floodgates of confusion open up on me. It's only been hours since I woke up on Indra 6, but after everything that's already happened, it feels like a lifetime. Ironic when you consider my memory of that life only begun this morning. There's something about Rye that makes me trust her, makes me want to tell her things that I didn't even know myself. Where do I even start? Rye's face drops, and I sense she's searching for an answer, any answer, but we both know that there's nothing. I shrug, trying to pass it off as nothing. I don't want to worry her any more than she already is. Keldrin seems to think I'm from Glorious. Maybe I should try to find a way back there? That might not be the best idea. Glorious is in ruins, the royal family slain, a usurp on the throne. Oh, I'm such a spacehead. I swear I have something that might help you. Rhina slips a hand in the pockets of her dress, pulling out a small spherical object. Ray's trying so hard to make it better. Yeah, no, she is. She holds it towards me, and it glows expectantly against the palm of her hand. What is it? I thought you might know. Shaking my head, I reach for the object, feeling the cool touch of metal on my fingertips. June found it on you when he brought you aboard. I thought it might help you remember. I examined the object in my hand. It's just enough to hold in one palm. Bash says it's made of, oh my gosh, alien names. Kitilifonite. It's an extremely rare metal and valuable. Whoever you truly are must be someone of great status. It's beautiful, isn't it? I don't know why, but something about it feels sad. It must have had a story behind it. I'm only partially listening to Rhina now, memorized instead by a small sphere in my hand. There's kind of power about it. Some low thrumming energy running over my skin, desperate for release. Everything about it feels familiar, feels as if it guided by some distant memory. I close my palm over the sphere, squeezing once before releasing it slowly. The first few notes of a tune trickle from the sphere as it opens, and my eyes snap to Rhina's, her face just as dumbfounded as my own. It's a music box. I cannot wait to see your reaction. Oh my gosh, I love music boxes. Actually, I genuinely love music boxes. I've never owned one, but I'm so obsessed with them, and that's why I keep giving my characters music boxes, because I love music boxes. Like, I give Boston a music box. I gave another character that I have, Nate, a music box. I also gave Jason more a lullaby than a music box, but still a song. Yes, music boxes are so beautiful. I never owned any, but I love music boxes. I wish I had one, genuinely. And then I think I also gave one to I gave a music box to oh. Dad just said it's time for dinner, so I might need to go. Get bro a music box. No. Adds to the list. No, you need to stop adding to the list. But yeah, I genuinely just love music boxes. I don't know, something about them just fills me with joy. But okay, I might have to leave this on for a little bit, but because I have to go eat dinner, but it's not gonna take very long. Though, yeah, though I might have to go eat dinner. So since I'm leaving it on with a game playing, I know it's gonna waste a lot of my battery, so I'm gonna go plug my laptop in. Alright. I will be back. I'm back. Hello. Do. Let me go back to the jet. Hold up. I brought a taco with me. Rick dances awkwardly. What do you mean break dances awkwardly? The inside of a sphere is so intricate maze of metal, moving cogs and neon lights and sizzling energy. And my eyes are mesmerized by the movement as it plays. It's slow, sad lullaby. The ticking notes echo through the room, each as haunting familiar as the last. It's almost cruel how it creates the edges of my memories, taunting me to remember faces and names that are no longer there. Boop, boop, boop. I'm sorry, I'm eating. I'm enjoying food. I'm enjoying the num-nums of the everyday. My heart tugs at the hopelessness of it all, and other sharp pains shoot through my head. With my teeth clenched tight against a pain, it's only now when I feel the wetness on my cheeks that I realize I'm crying. But why am I crying? The music box hasn't triggered any memories in me, only feelings. A sadness and longing so strong it makes my heart ache. The fact that you said Emmy's back is making me think of Emmy, like Eldo's brother Emmy. Bro. Now I'm just thinking like Emmy just going, guess who's back? Back again. Just, I might pause a little bit because I'm still eating a taco. You got the good Taco Bell tacos. Probably not the best tacos, but the good ones. If I'm gonna say the best tacos in the world, I don't know. Wait, the best tacos in the world. I would say Toxic Tacos has the best tacos in the world. They have the best tasting flavors. But I hate eating them because they're so greasy that it gets my hands wet and everything and texture. The melody ends, and for a long time after, neither of us says a word until Riona breaks the silence, her voice barely more than a whisper. Anything? I blink a why the texture with the little sparkles is sending me. I blink a couple of times and my eyes focusing on the woman in front of me. She holds my gaze, and for the first time I notice that they too are brimming with unshed tears. I swallow thickly. It pains me to shake my head. Will I ever remember? Do you think... I hesitate. The words stuck in my throat. I don't want them to be true. They can't be true. Do you think I'll ever remember? Ryan... Ooh. Watch this. Okay, so... Rihanna starts to take a step towards me, but then stops as if she thought better of it. I wish I had the answers for you. I truly do, but the brain is a complicated organ. There are trillion different connections that make it work. Yet, if only a few of them are damaged, it can take time for them to repair themselves. I know I'll remember, but honestly, my doubtful brain, if I'm in this scenario, I'm thinking about the worst case scenario, and I'm like, yeah, no, this is never gonna happen. I am gonna always forget. I'm not gonna remember anything, and I will be sad and depressed, you know? Just as life goes. Look, okay, a piece of the taco got lodged in my throat. Besides Legos? What? What do you mean besides Legos? Legos? I'm so confused. I don't know what word it could be. What are you talking about? I don't remember. I'm so confused. So lost, like, generally. Her eyes followed the trails of my fingers, closing the music box with a soft click. Girl, why are you closing my music box? Get your hands off my music box. I want to play again. Here. I'm sorry. I heard you say besides Legos. What? When did I say that? I'm so... Wait, hold up. I'm trying to rack my brain. I'm too dehydrated for this shit. I don't know. Legos? Question mark? Her eyes followed the trail of my fingers, closing the music box with a soft click. Oh, No, I did not say besides Legos. I said, I think I said, wait, I have to remember the words. But I know I didn't say that. Hold up. I said, I may be sad and depressed. And then I went besides, anyways, or something like that. That's something I had to. I'm trying to think of what I would have said. I would probably do like the besides, anyways, or I would like mumble something. I don't know, but I definitely didn't say Legos. I'm gonna have to go back myself. I'm gonna be so for real. I don't. You did mumble something. I did mumble something. I heard like. Um. Yeah, it was probably because I was being awkward, and then I realized I'm probably being more sad than I should be. And I realized probably shouldn't be super depressing on stream, and then I went besides. Anyway, um, anyway, that's my new catchphrase. Anyways, um, it pulses in my hand. Its sad, sweet melody still echoing through me. However, However, the scans I took showed that physically there was no damage. I don't need your happiness, bro. I'm okay. I'm I'm gonna give you my happiness. Everyone can have my happiness, but me. Cries in the corner. Anyway. The medic in me believes that I must have missed something, but I know I didn't. There may be another reason. Give me a second scan, scanner lady. Do another evaluation. Check the little brain noggin. Emotional trauma can be just as destructive as physical. You saying I got trauma, sir? Ma'am? Ma'am? I meant ma'am. You are a lady. You are a fine, fine lady. I did not mean to call you a man. Aggressive rubs hands. What? What? No, I said ma'am, not mommy. You guys cannot force me to say mommy to anyone. I said ma'am. This lady suggesting I got trauma. I got a healthy, happy life. I think. Actually, I don't know. I don't remember anything. But I'm assuming I got a healthy, happy life. Ma'am, mommy, same thing? No! No, they're not the same thing. One is a professional term to talk about maybe an older lady or maybe a more educated woman, a higher up. And the other one is your mother. That can be used in a surprisingly sexual term, but also in a normal motherly term. I don't understand. Perhaps something happened. Something that was so traumatic that whatever it was made your brain shut down. Cut off the chemicals that recall your long-term memories. Look, no. Mm-mm. I'ma just say no to you. The doctor's saying I'm sad? I'm not. Doctor's saying I have anxiety and I need to take anxiety medication? No. Doctor's saying I have ADHD and I need medication so I can focus? No. Just no. If I say no to everyone, if I say no long enough, it will become true. No. I don't need to follow doctor orders. I really don't. I am I am happy, I am healthy, and you can't stop me from staying up past 12 p.m. Okay? You you can't fix my diet. You can't fix nuh nuh No. Perhaps something. How do I fix it? Your brain needs to be rewired. Familiar places, sounds, feelings, anything that can trigger what your mind is suppressing. Young person. Not the young person. Okay, okay. What would you define as midnight? Because there are I'm look, I define as midnight as um 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Yep. That's my midnight. Yep. Your brain needs to be rewired. Oh yeah. I know we've only just met, but I want to help you if you let me. But how? Audrin wants me off the ship. Don't you worry about the captain. I know how to deal with him. We got two people on our side. Midnight is 12? Yeah. To you, maybe. No. When the clock says the next day starts. Bro. We're gonna have a conversation about this after chat now. Me joking around about my sleep schedule, you was starting to have a conversation. What part of Guys, I can't joke around. Guys, I might actually be punished. Oh jeez. Get some rest before I'm a force I'm a force to slip a sleeping dart into your dinner. Hold up. Why did I read that in a calming tone? Get some sleep, or else I'm gonna poison your food to make you fall asleep at night. You don't want that, do you? Now go to bed. She just has the calmest tone while also saying the most threatening thing. I'm going I'm going to poison your food to make you fall asleep if you do not go to bed right now. Please, go to bed before I do something drastic. Thank you, honey. I love you. That's bruh. My mouth drops in mock horror, though she only giggles. She's such a girl boss. She really is. She really is. Good night, boo. The door slides closed before I get the chance to reply, but I'm too tired to yell. She will poison you cutely. Now, if she's doing it cutely, I would imagine her doing more of like a cute little happy positive, like happy voice, like, I'm going to poison you in your sleep. I'm gonna poison your food. Kind of something like that. That's the cutely I think whenever people talk about cutely. Is it just me? Is that just me? Chat. It's fine. It's fine. The door slides closed before I get the chance to reply, but I'm too tired to yell. With a heavy sigh, I lie down on my bed, holding the music box up above me. Limo, I wish I clipped that. No, don't clip me. Don't clip me. No. No, 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 no. Don't clip me. Guys, chat. Don't. Stop. No. With a heavy sigh, I lie down on my bed, holding the music box up above me. The metallic glint in the fluorescent light, and I vaguely recall hearing of Clatofian before. Chat band together. Look, okay, wait, actually, hearing this, I lie down on my bed. Hearing this, it actually reminds me. It actually, if we're talking about, cheers, if we're talking about the this right, I always have one song that I always think about whenever I'm thinking of lullabies. Here, wait. This. Alla mattina, appena alzata, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao alla mattina, appena alzata, in risaia mi tocca andare. It's this Italian song that the original song is a lot more upbeat and stuff, but that's what I picture. That's what I picture is like the little cover for that. Sways to the song. It's like Bella Ciao. It's an Italian song. But I love it so much because wait, I haven't even showed you the best part. I love it so much because in one part of the song, this is just I can't play the full thing because it will copyright me, but yeah, it goes into a more upbeat at around. I'm trying to find the middle. Capo in piedi, col suo bastone, partigiano, dammi via, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. I love it because the beginning is just okay. This is what I picture. It's like when I picture this kind of like music, whenever I listen to it, it's like I picture just like a soft melody like was playing right there, and then I'm imagining someone having just like this very peaceful life, having a fun time, um and they're just reminiscing. They're just reminiscing on that life, right? um and uh and the thing is um what you call it, you know how it starts to get to that upbeat of happy, like Bella Ciao, like she's like but like okay, so like I imagine the person is just sitting there imagining their past, and maybe some glittery fluorescent this showing different parts of their past flowing around them, and it's just dealing with destruction and war or something. Something destroyed their village, right? Um, and something just like ruined it, it wrecked it, and then once it starts getting to the happy and positive, like Bella Ciao, and stuff like that, um, it starts to change into the actual, like it starts going to the actual full image where you're not just seeing it through like a mystical dream-like thing, but it's like you're actually personally there, right? And once you actually get personally there, it starts to like, they start to imagine like the actual village, and then it goes from the destroyed village and reimagines it to when it was alive, and they're all partying and they're all having a good time and they're all dancing around, and it's like, and it's just, am I going crazy? It's like this whole, that's what I imagine. It's just like this whole different story. Because it's like, I don't know, is just, does anyone else think about that? um because I don't know, it just feels so pretty to me, like I okay, anyway. um I'm sorry. But like, I do want to make something that was like, I do want to make some, I do want to write my own little lullaby song that goes from really like super sad somber song to more of a positive tune to it. I don't know, it might just be me. I'm first, look, I that's my idea. I've always wanted to make a character that like has this little magical ability to create like little images around them with like maybe a jewel or a gem on them, and it just, you can make little pictures. Do you know, the moment in Frozen where they start, when those like, she's going like, do you know the moment in Frozen where it's like it's showing these different images, and then she's seeing the rock monster, she's seeing all these magical different things, and she's like, oh my gosh, it's in Frozen too, and she's like, oh my gosh, I have to go there. I have to go see what that is. That's what I imagine when I'm talking about the little glowing lights and stuff like that. Um, I volunteered to sing it. Yes. Um, though that's what I imagine personally. I'm sorry, I went on a little rant. The one where she finds her mom, yes, but like, it's not the moment where she finds her mom. She's like seeing all these rock monsters, but it's like the moment where she hears her mom's voice, but she's not fully aware that it's her mom's voice. Yeah, via the voice. Yes, exactly, exactly, exactly. That's what I picture. That's what I picture. Look, I'm sorry. I not Oh yeah, in her palace, not the rock palace thingy. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I just realized I went totally off topic. Anyway, it's a it's a metal that was found on Clithaven before it was destroyed, mined from deep below the the watery surface in the ocean caves. That explains its fluorescent shine. Why do you why do you feel so familiar? I speak out loud, squinting as something catches my eye within the intricate detailing. There's an engraving on it, NLP. What does it mean? Oh, I see the NLP right there. Right there. Side quests. Feeling the exhausting weight on me, I decided that a question can wait. Opening the music box once more, I set it beside me on the bed, watching the dance of the lights and gears as the tinkering melody lulls me to sleep. My eyes grow heavy, so heavy, and I'm pulled under by the weight of my exhaustion. wavering on the brink of dreams and reality. I hear it. You know what's so funny? I went into a super loud, exciting thing, and then once I started reading, I'm like, anyway, as I'm talking to you in this very calm manner. Why do I do that? I go from like, oh my gosh, I'm super to reading is like I have a little bit of a narrator voice kind of thing. Like it's this intricate line here is very insert storytelling mode. Yeah, exactly. A sweet, strong voice. Familiar, so familiar. Be strong, boo. Be safe. Is that my mother? Is that my mother? Or like is that my maybe a parental guardian? I shouldn't just assume it's the mother. What if it's a parental guardian? You're a fighter, a survivor. The day where I have to leave you will come sooner than we both know. Promise me. Don't give up. Who are you? Why can't I remember you? Why does it feel like I miss you when I can't even... I'm sorry. I miss you too. Oh, bro. Okay, chat. I have to do the cliffhanger. Okay, I have to save it right here. I have to save it right here because we have to leave things on cliffhangers. Because I have to pace myself, you know? You know? No! We're gonna escape. We're gonna go home. Yes. There we go. No, you can't, please! It's 3 streams to finish 1 episode. Look, we have to leave it on a cliffhanger, guys. Look. We gotta do it, man. Dude, please. Look, we have to leave it on a cliffhanger. This is what... Look. What do you mean finish? Like... Fine. Oh wait, oops. Fine. No! Oh my gosh, wait, hold up. Guys. I'm gonna have to... Options. Home. Oh my gosh. Okay, load. Then click this. Okay. The buzzing of the ship wakes me, giving way to the crackle of the intercom booming through my room. Rise and shine, people! Terrarium is in our sights, and we're set to land in approximately 1 hour. Time to get your asses to your stations. Stretching my arms above my head, I let out onto a loud yawn, lazily blinking the sleep from my eyes. It had taken some getting used to sleeping on a moving craft, and I could do it another hour or 2 of rest. though rather than risk the captain's wrath and probably Aya's too, I push myself out of bed, shivering as the cold metal floor touches my bare feet, and head to the adjoining bathroom to wash up. After my initial run in with the crew, and rather unfriendly welcome from the captain, I had avoided leaving my room as much as possible the past few days, content to let Raya bring me meals and just generally fuss over my well-being. The headaches I've been having since my accident hadn't quite eased off, and the potions and bombs that the medic have brought me are the only thing helping me to get any sleep. After receiving my music box that first night, I had the strangest dream. My faceless entity I had no memory of had visited me in my sleep, and her voice, soft but strong, gave me a new kind of hope. Since then, nothing else had surfaced. No memories, no voices, and I had kept the contents of that dream to myself. I had no idea who the woman is. Oh, it was a woman! It was a woman! I knew it! Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Lingering on the edge of my memories. Family? Friend? Or something else altogether. All I know is that the sound of her voice made me feel something familiar, something safe and hopeful. I'd like to keep that feeling to myself for a little while longer. I have some grievances with her? What do you mean? What do you mean grievances? The crew had been welcoming for the most part, but I'm still not sure who I should trust, or if I should trust any of them at all. I finished washing up in the bathroom, and after deciding I can't put it off any longer, I head to the bridge. The captain had told me to stay out of his way, and I had tried my best to, but I didn't exactly love the idea of being stuck in my room while we landed the ship. After having hit my head once already this week, I really don't need a repeat. What do you mean? Wait. I'm confused. Wait, who are you talking about? Hi! Hello! Turning one of my many corridors, silently praying I hadn't lost my way again, I almost bumped into a figure coming out of one of the adjacent rooms while lost in thought. What you playing? Adroma 6. Oh, the lady in the music box. Okay, that makes sense. A surprised sound escapes me, and a moment later I realize that my hands are pressed against a solid wall of muscle, preventing myself from colliding with a figure entirely. June! June chuckles and takes a step back, and I drop my hands awkwardly. Good morning, Boo. Sleep well? Yeah! He waits for me to regain my composure before he continues heading towards the bridge, matching his steps with mine. Yes, very well. The politest way to say that. It's the first night I've managed to get at more than a few hours of sleep. June grins, his eyes crinkling at the corners. I'm glad to hear it. The beds here aren't the most comfortable, I'm afraid. I thought you might have had a hard time adjusting. I give him a strange look. It was an odd choice of words. Adjusting. I just assumed after finding you in the Gold District, the Goldies, that you'd be used to something a bit more posh. Luxury is kind of a thing in that district. You won't find anything as drab as this place. There, that's for sure. Oh, I don't say anymore, though June's statement only serves to bring up even more questions. We walk in silence for a while, and although it's comfortable enough, I still find myself searching for something to say. We were rich and pompous, bro. Well, I kind of assumed that after the music box. Bro, I'm gonna start beating people up. You know, beat up the poor people. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. Posh. Yes. We walked in silence for a while, and although it's comfortable enough, I still find myself searching for something to say. Throw 'em hands. See, this man gets it. Or woman. I don't know what gender. But they get it. They understand. We gotta throw hands with people. So, are you used to being woken up by admin shouting through the speakers every morning? It certainly happens more often than it probably should, but I was already up. I don't sleep much. Insomnia? He slows, almost stopping completely as he gives me a thoughtful look. Something like that. His eyebrows dip, and I wanted to ask more, but something about his tone makes it clear that I shouldn't pry any further. Duck and weave! Look, we gotta throw the poor people in the ditches. I just got up. Oh jeez. I'm sorry, bro. How's morning for you? How's morning for you, dude? So, how much do you know about Tenarium? Not much, though I get the feeling it's not the most welcoming of planets. It has its ups and downs. I'll tell you a little about it if you like. Just splendid. Is it? No, it's not. It's not morning for us yet. Defro. Exactly. The thing you want to hear when getting up in the morning is about kicking children to the curb because they're poor. You know? You know? I love waking up in the morning hearing about how we should kick children to the curb because they're poor. That's my favorite part of the daily routine. Exactly. It's the perfect start. It's the perfect start to the day. I nod. The prospect of learning more about this place we'll be visiting is too good to give up. I mean, I'm gonna be kicked off of this ship onto that planet and just have to weave through dangerous crowds. So I would like to learn a little bit about where I'm gonna be abandoned. Bonkers. Terrarium is a desert planet. The waters there come from various oases scattered across the surface, and the oases are largely controlled by the gangs and clans there. Oh, great! You're gonna abandon me in... You're gonna abandon me in a place with gangsters? Great job, Captain. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud that a captain of the ship has looked at this person who doesn't have memories or doesn't know where they are or how to function as a human being, and is gonna abandon them, drop them off on a random planet that has gangs and people who are trying to kill me. Sounds wonderful, sir. That June guy needs a calendar. June is not the captain. He's the gunner. But but still. The planet's government, the Council of Embrace, is negligent, corrupt. I fear that will only become worse now that Vovax sits on the throne of Glorious. There's something dark in June's voice when he says this, some deep-seated resentment poking its hand through that calm composure. I now notice the rifle that's strapped to his back, and I wonder with a small twinge of panic how bad this place really is. That's true. He has the most monotone expression, the most straight as lips. Just so deadpan when he talks to I now notice the right. Okay. Terrarium has been long for drugs, robotic arenas. That's how they make their money. No emotion for real. Needs that lip look. We're headed to Las Vegas, the capital. It's not as savage as the smaller cities, but still things can get wild. So be on your guard. Yeah, no, don't worry. I'll be on my guard because I'm gonna have to stay there. We have a friend who owns property in the busier sector of the city. It's a great place for gathering intel and laying low. Among other things, I'm sure you're aware of the damage to the cargo hold. We'll find the parts we need to patch it up. Then scope the area for a general overview of the situation in Saltron after a coup. Then we'll make a decision on what to do next. Aya mentioned the crew was in some kind of mess. What did she mean by that? Plumper? June makes a strange face, as if considering exactly how much he wants me to know about. It wouldn't be fair to drag you into that. The less you know, the better. We enter the bridge to a buzz of activity. It's clearly all hands on deck up here. Clendron and Aya are seated in the cockpit. On the cockpit, the pilot flickering switches and pulling levers while the captain barks at someone through the comm he holds in his hand. An awkward laugh crackles through the receiver from the other side, and I recognize the voice instantly. I gotta tell you, there's a lot of noise down here, Cap. We'll make it through the atmosphere in one piece, but I don't expect the outer cargo wall to hold up during landing. Just make sure airlocks 3 and 4 are sealed. The hold is already shuttered. I heard a noise. Shuttered. Nothing we can do about it now. Oh, goodbye. Stay safe. A new expression. Aye, aye, Captain. Mariners greets us with a smile from where she's buckling herself into one of the extra chairs, and when I feel a hand on my arm, I turn back to June. One more thing before we land. Just make sure you stay with one of us at all times, okay? Wouldn't want you to lose you as soon after being bringing you on board. Filling in the newbie on all the lewd and lawless activities that go down in Las Vegas. Are you, Jim? Oh, dang it, it's Damien. Get out of here. I'm Damien. Get out of here. Get away from me. Kick him in the balls. Anyway. Damien's voice floats over us from where he stands nearby, a pair of daggers into place on his thighs. June folds his arms over his chest, giving Damien a hard look. I'd rather not worry Boo with all the details so soon before landing. There's nothing to worry about so long as we keep our heads down. What if I run away? What if I just run away from the team? What if, like, once we get there, I just bolt? What if we do that? Damien grins, his eyes trailing over June. Lazily, a blade balances between his fingers. Where's the fun in that? June rolls his eyes, unstrapping the rifle from his back and fixing it to the back one of the chairs before he sits to strap himself in. I watch the thick green substance sloshing around the chamber just beneath the barrel of his rifle, wondering what it is. Don't listen to Damien, Boo. Last time we were here, all he did was sulk around in the shadows and drink that disgusting shrimp juice they sell at the Ark. It's not shrimp, it's krill with a little blueberry and lemon juice. Don't knock it till you try it, cowboy. It sounds disgusting. That sounds disgusting, sir. Krill inside your drink? That sounds ugh. June makes a disgusted face, and I have to agree that that combination doesn't sound that appealing. Exactly. I'll pass. See, June has taste. June has taste, bro. It's Damien's turn to roll his eyes, and as June settles into his seat, ending the conversation, he turns to me. He looks even more menacing than when we first met, though that may be because he's smiling at me in a way that leaves me unsure if he wants to stab me or seduce me. My eyes flicker over the bandolier across his chest, the knife is partly concealed by his coat, and the twin daggers he keeps strapped to his thighs. I wonder idly how he manages not to cut himself on all that steel, as I'm sure there's plenty more hidden where I can't see. Want to do a strip search? Hold up! What? What? Hold up! What do you mean, strip search, sir? How is that your opening line, bro? That cannot be your opening line. This is why we're Damien is, bro. What? Stop torturing Boo, Damien. I don't know how it's possible, but Damien grins even wider, his head crooking to the side. In a moment, trigger happy, Boo and I have some business to conduct. No, you don't. I panic, my chest seizing while my mind takes over to what exactly he means by business. You do not get to say we have some business to discuss right after talking about strip searching. While I'm sure you've had a conversation worthy of a perfectly pleasant bunch with June, I highly doubt the cowboy told you the half of what goes down in delirium, so walk with me. I am not walking with you. I quickly realize he's not giving me a choice, and when he sautés over to a large control screen near the cockpit, I follow suit. Damien barely spares me a glance as his fingers fly over the screen, typing and scrolling through information I couldn't begin to piece together even if I wanted to. Think of Las Vegas like a giant sandbox filled with loads of corruption grains of sand. The kind of fun you'll find there isn't exactly legal, which means that it's the best kind. He throws me a knowing grin before his eyes snap back to the screen in front of him. Casinos, bars, arenas, strip clubs, brothels, modes, weapon dealers, you name it, they've got it. I almost choked on air at the description of the planet, and when I paint my lips to speak, no words come out. Cauldron wanted to leave me in a place like that? I know what you're thinking. What kind of man is the captain to ditch a lost, lonely traveler in a place like that? Am I right? How does he keep doing that? I don't reply, but I'm sure my slack jaw and disbelieving stare tells Damien everything he wants to know. He chuckles a little, and I'm glad at least one of us is amused by the situation. That sounds dangerous. Wouldn't be fun if it wasn't. I bite down on my tongue to keep from answering. His definition of fun is certainly an interesting one. Oh, hello! Still trigger happy over there, is right. You shouldn't wander around there on your own, especially if you don't know the place. How? No, maybe I'll just run off right when the thing lands. I know you just said how dangerous this place is, but what if right when we land, I'ma just run. I'ma just bolt. We're just gonna keep going. He glances at me, giving me once over from head to toe and pulling his lips into a tight, unimpressed line. Or if you don't know how to take care of yourself. I can take care of myself. Damien huffs a laugh, and I swear I hear him mumble cute under his breath. Do you want to get mugged? No. I do. You know what? I do. I want to see what happens. I like to see that movie. In fact, I might even pay to see that. Although I'm sure the cowboy would have a thing or two to say about it. I do nothing but narrow my eyes at him, to which he replies with a dark grin as if that was the exact reaction he was hoping for. Dude! Get my character mugged. Get them mugged. Get them mugged. Get them mugged. Our space roleplay, you know what we should do? When they land at their first place, what if Aquarius gets lost and then she's just instantly mugged? Get them safe. Anyways, I'm not your babysitter, and I don't particularly care about what you do or don't do while we're there, so take this just in case. He pulls a black leather sheath from a pocket from his coat and holds it towards me. On closer inspection, I notice the glint of metal and a sturdy handle. He's giving me a dagger? Stab him. Stab him. Stab him. He gave me a weapon. Stab him. See, we have a weapon to defend ourselves for when we run away. You know? You know? Apparently not want to wait around for a decision to be made, Damien clicks his tongue at me impatiently. Take it. You'll need it. Take it. Take it. Take it. I hesitate for a moment, wondering if he's going to stick in my gut himself before I reach out and take it. Leave. I didn't mean. Well, maybe a little. Maybe a little stab him, but I more meant the people who are gonna try to mug us. I'm planning for this mugging to happen. If it doesn't happen on this planet, I'm gonna be mad. I want to be mugged. If what I've heard of Las Vegas is true, it doesn't sound like the sort of place I should be wandering around unprotected. Damon crooks a dark eyebrow, a gesture that made me wonder if he's surprised I took the dagger at all. Do you know how to use it? I want to get mugged. I want to get mugged. Mug me. Please mug me. I want to be mugged. Stick them with pointy end? You got that right. Try not to kill yourself with it, will you? I don't need another reason for the captain to be on my back. Damien, how are things looking on your end? Cauldron's deep voice cuts our conversation short when I turn towards the cockpit and his attention is still firmly fixated on the controls in front of him. I would question if he noticed my presence at all, having not received as much as a glance from him, but I don't think anything escapes that man. Oh, bro. Damien talked about his alcoholic drink. I would question. Yeah. The radar's coming up clean. No active patrols in the quadrants for the time being. Oppo has the yard clear for landing. We're good to go. Armin? We're coming into orbit, switching autopilot off to prepare for landing. All stats are looking good despite the, well, you know. Sebastian? Would it kill you to call me Bash like everyone else? Sebastian? Crackling through the receiver, followed by a Bash's voice once again, bright and bold. Engines are A-okay. Let's get busy. No. No, I'm not gonna try it. It's gonna give me the choice whether I want to try it. No. I'm not trying that. Take that drink away. I'm dumping it on your head, Damien. Damien snickers beside me, shaking his head before he pushes me towards an empty chair and sits me down. Damn! You couldn't have just said, hey, can you sit down? No, you had to push me. I'm gonna push you into this bed, into my Sorry, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm sorry. Yeah, sure, it looks pretty, but it's gonna give me diarrhea. Does he even hear himself? I raise an eyebrow as he straps me in, securing the belts around me in place, pulling twice to ensure they're firm. Why are you doing this for me? Why are you doing this for me? Sir, I can strap myself in. What do you mean? What do you mean the last scene? Hold on. I can do that myself, bro. Damien holds his hands up in front of him, pouting unhappily. Forgive me for trying to make sure you don't injure yourself. Okay, he looks a little cross-eyed here. Is he gonna do it? What do you mean? Again. Everyone take your seats. We're about to enter Jerem's atmosphere. He's trying, okay. Nah, bro. I don't know you, bro. The last time we talked, you bothered me. Why you around that area? Bro, no. Because I'm thinking of the pilot seatbelts. That goes around your lower section. I don't want him touching that. Get away. Creep, I don't know you. I'm joking. I'm being extreme. I'm sorry. The sound of metal groaning catches my attention, and Damien takes the seat next to me, strapping himself in, just as a ship lurches and rumbles. Leave Damien. No, I'm Damien is. Did you forget? Because he probably would. He would kill my family. Everybody, I'm like, oh, okay. Damien comes onto screen. Bro, why you here? Why do you exist, bro? I am Damienist, okay? Just because he looks like Jason doesn't mean I have to treat him like him. Leaning forward as far as my restraints will allow, the beige-orange mess of terrain surrounds us. The vivid neon lights and unusual buildings in Las Vegas growing closer and closer as we approach our destination. Yeah, but at least I let him have a loving wife. Damien, I won't let you have a loving wife. He does not get to find love. No love for this man. I will strip him of his family and friends. Good news, you don't want to. He doesn't. He's an orphan. Oh, someone's already done for me. Yay! I forgot. Oh, his only friends are his crew. Look, we're gonna go on a massacre of the crew real quick. You should not have saved me, bro. You should not have saved me. I'm going to massacre your entire crew just because Damien likes you. I'm gonna kill you out of spite of someone else. I don't know why Briar likes me. Exactly, and I'm going to kill them all! When we descend the loading ramp, the first... The first thing that hits me is the heat, not the balmy kind of warmth you'd find in a summer day, but the scorch of fiery engines in hot metal. The late afternoon sun hangs low in the sky, and a metallic, oily scent lingers in the air. I wrinkle my nose at it, surveying my surroundings. We're on a landing ship, it looks like, to be some kind of junkyard. Scrapping metal piles up on either side of us, broken down robots, rusted old hovercrafts, outdated droids. Now this is the time where I run. A graveyard of poor, unwanted things. It's a relief to step onto solid ground after the past few days in space, and I toe the dirt beneath my shoes, kicking up small amounts of dust as they do so. You know, usually when people go into space, people have a study that they do kind of get taller from the area. Okay. So, you know how it gets. Maybe that's why in all of the sci fi stuff, people are so freakishly tall because people are constantly going to space. How to get taller? Step 1, go to space. You're already taller than me. You don't get to be taller. You don't get to be taller. You're already taller than me. I already have to look up to look at your eyes, bro. Falling behind the ground, my eyes drift idly over the piles of junk surrounding us until the gaze upon a serving bot on an older model, but what looks of what I can see is laying half buried within a pile of rust limbs, metal arms, and torso thrown haphazardly into a pyramid. So we're gonna save this right here. Yes. We're gonna save this right here, and we're gonna end it right here. Do. Look. You can't. We got to the part where they're like, oh my gosh, they landed the ship. What's gonna happen next? Boom, a cliffhanger. Goodbye. No.